Are we live? The thingy says 0, but y'all in here chat. So I know somebody's out there. Of course, No, I wasn't late. No, well, like 30 seconds. Fashionably late and mildly disheveled as always. So I'll say some hellos and we'll get to it. And yeah, I will. I'll drop the link here in a little bit. What's going on? Pulling this or still pulling the strings, SM. I was not modded on my own freaking channel. I didn't realize that until a little while ago. What's going on, General? What is going on, Nightly Narcotics? What's going on, Jakov? Who else do we have here? Man, I'm not reading any of this. I'm just trying to say hello. What's going on, Junie? Lottie, lottie, lottie. You all some chatty people tonight. But that's cool. I dig it. What's going on, Freya? Hey, what is going on, Miss Melinda Sea Monkey? How you doing? If I miss anybody, I do apologize. What's going on, Section 15? What's up, Nick? What's up, Miss Tanya D? How you doing? What's up, Christy? Oh yeah, what's going on, Michelle? We got lots to talk about. But who the hell? Somebody was wanting the link. I'll throw it out here real quick, and you can jump up here or whoever. Oh come on, dude! StreamYard sucks now. Again, I'm using the free version, so it's like having an Obama phone and still bitching about it. It's free, but it sucks. What's going on, Spokes? It's a refreshing change from yelling at cars. So, hey, yelling at cars is my most requested type of live stream. But I am actually kind of getting tired of people trying to run me over. Yeah, so Anthony, hey, what's going on, Control? Why are people angry today? Oh, well, I'm stirring the pot. I'm not angry. All right, let's see who this contestant is. What's going on, Anthony?
What's up, Bill?
So your channel's not nuked, right? It's still there. You just got like a suspension from streaming.
Oh, it's like permanently banned from going live. I like read the terms and everything, and the Google support person told me that that's what happened because I showed the firearm in my hand. Because I
You
mean, yeah,
know,
that's the policy.
that's happened to like I've gotten away with almost literal murder on this channel. Um, I don't risk it
But
so
I
much
guess,
anymore, but my other
I,
channel, like all I had to do is show a gun. Like if you're transporting it, like you can show guns on a live stream, but you can't show high capacity magazines. You can't shoot them live, even though
and
I've gotten away with it a lot.
apparently the policy now says too you can't hold it in your hand on a live stream.
Yeah,
And I
they've
guess they
gotten.
got, and I mean, I didn't just show it like once or twice. I kind of did it like for like a minute or two.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, they got my ass.
See, I had an issue. I
Yo,
think it
what's
was on
up,
my other
Tar?
channel. It said I was prohibited from streaming, and I read through all their bullshit, and then but when I went back to it a couple days later, uh, like it was all cleared up. So I don't know. YouTube is weird and they're inconsistent. It's like this channel got
Yeah.
nuked. It was down. It was gone for 6 months, and then um, my other channel got nuked, and then like an hour later, they both came back simultaneously, and I don't really know why.
I just smoked a black and mild in less than 5 minutes. That's how like pissed off that had me right now.
Yeah, people get attached to their channels. Um, it's like when
I
when
mean,
mine got nuked, it was weird. It didn't really bother me, but people were texting and calling and stuff, and they'll be like, "Man, are you okay?" It was like somebody died. They're
oh,
like, "Are
it's
you
not that.
okay?"
It's just that nobody goes live at all, and I mean the community's dead, and I kind of was the only one going live.
Well,
I
you got
mean,
your
so
backup channel though, right? So,
yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But I mean, but it's okay. I mean, it's whatever. Uh, it's fun. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's kind of gay because YouTube is a bunch of liberal. I mean, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to risk your channel, but you know what I want to say.
I don't care. Um, e-
Oh well,
every time I,
they're a bunch of
every time
liberals.
I, oh yeah, bunch of woke shit. Every time I make fun of woke culture, like that, like if I've been getting, 1,000, 1,200 views on shorts, it, every single time I make fun of woke culture or talk about how dangerous AI is, that video, sometimes they get nuked altogether, but they'll get like 40 views, and then for like a week after that, I don't get shit for views on anything. Uh, so they do take revenge. What's going on, Billy?
But yeah, I mean, fuck. I mean, I was just trying to, show off my guns. I mean, I thought it was cool to like show guns, but apparently not. I even took out the mag. That's what's crazy. Because it's like a 21 round mag and it sticks out like really bad. I even took it out.
Hmm.
And yeah, they still got me. I mean,
Yeah, that you can't.
and it literally had like the live stream ended like
Oh, you cut out on us. I don't know what happened there. What's going on, Jamie? What's going on, Gilf? Yeah, YouTube is like you can show guns live, but you can't show yourself transporting them. You can't show high capacity magazines.
hello.
We back. Yeah, you're back.
Yes, fucking my friend keeps spam calling me.
I got you.
Did I just camera flash?
Not that I saw.
Oh fuck. Whatever. I don't care if they see how I look like. I'm not even ugly. But yeah.
Bullshit.
Fuck you, Bill. But yeah, they got my ass. But I'm gonna rebuild my channel. It's okay. Um, yeah.
Well,
What
if
are you
they
going?
nuke,
What are
if
you
they
going live
actually
about?
a bunch of shit. The stuff with me and you, the stuff with Jeff last night. He put
Oh,
it on members only, but he went live a second time last night. Um, and I went in there. I think that's the first time I've ever actually chatted in his chat, but I was laughing at him and set him off. It was funny. If somebody on his members can get me, like not necessarily the whole thing, but just the parts where he's going off on me, that'd be great.
so like I heard there was like live streams all night. I did not catch one of them. Like there was literally a live stream all the way until 6 a.m. from Ryan and stuff in
Oh,
Southwest
really?
Gulf and Jeff.
I watched Gilfs, and I only saw Jeff part where he went live and had my name in the title or a version of my name, and people let me know, and so I went in there. And he was already going off. I don't know exactly what about because I missed that part. But I went in and set him off. It was hilarious. But I didn't know about. I'm not sub to Fireside. I am glad that
Wait,
Ryan is finally getting his head out of his ass.
wait, I hate to cut you off. Is that the brave little toaster? What happened to your channel, dude? Dude, you had like over like 20 clips of me and Cardio fighting. And when I needed him the most, you fucking deleted your channel, dude. What the? Yeah, that's the brave little toaster.
Yeah, I had a brave little toaster interaction a few days ago. Um, seemed like he was trying to do it incognito, so I didn't say anything. But
It's
there he
called
is.
a break, nigga. I mean, I had some of your videos saved, but not all of them. But there was like a few where like Cardio was saying some wild things, and you like hid your channel. But I guess welcome back from your break, toaster. Tell me
We
what you
we
need.
need we need more brave appliances. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I don't know if you realized, Brave Toaster, but my channel got nuked right now. So I mean, I'll have to start from scratch, and I don't think I'm gonna do that off drama. Or I think that's the only way to get it up high, but I'm gonna try not to.
Well, maybe you can take this as a sign and use it as an opportunity to do things that aren't dirtbaggy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a
You roboted.
but there's a docs in your chat. It's a Warbot.
Somebody take that
I know.
doc. I don't see it.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
I got it. I think. Yeah. No
yeah.
doxing, guys, in my chat. I don't care if it's somebody I don't like.
I mean, that's Warbot. I mean, if he's been doing it all day on his community posts. So I mean, he can't deny that. I mean, that's Warbot all day. But that's funny. But I guess I'm gonna
So,
jump off and let you continue your show because I guess I'm a retard and I'm like delaying it.
all right. Some of it's about you. So if I'm not being truthful or accurate, feel free to jump on and correct me.
I mean, well, you want to start with me and I stay up here.
Yeah, we can do that. What what
All right.
was your
All right.
what was your take last night? I mean, I feel like um well, I mean, why don't I'll let you start so people can't say I'm trying to put words into your mouth, but um did you feel like I was like blackmailing you last night or like you had no
Uh,
choice in the matter?
Not really blackmailing me, but kind of just like how could I say this? I'm kind of like trying to wake me up and like look at the reality of of the situation
Well, just I mean, say it like you see it.
before I go. No, like, yeah, like maybe you're like giving me like an op I don't know how. I mean, let me think of how to say it. You're like you were like just warning me. I mean, that I'm in too deep and I should just stop before it gets bad. I really didn't take it as blackmail.
All right. Yeah, it wasn't meant that way. I mean, you were I mean, you just you're like, "Hey, are you going to dox me?" And I told you that wasn't what I was planning on
Oh,
doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, cause yeah, we did have a conversation and stuff, but yeah.
Here's the thing, and I know, hey, what's up, White Claw? I know you feel, I mean, I know why you're over there, so to speak. Um, and sometimes we, uh, we, we do things to impress people. And sometimes it's some dirt baggy shit to impress people that aren't really worth impressing and will not have our backs anyway. And it's easy to get when you start getting attention, and whether it's positive or negative, when you start getting attention and people are patting you on the back and telling you what a great job you're doing, it feels good. We like that shit. So the tendency is to keep doing it, and sometimes it goes to dark places and gets out of control, and you end up hurting people. And if you stay in that situation and never get out of it, you're just going to end up being an even bigger piece of shit when you're 30 and 40, and it just never quits. Um, that's why I was encouraging you to go out on your own. You don't need. I mean, it's nice to have people to back you up. It,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But
But
some
if
sometimes
I guess a
that
lot of
gives them
people,
an element of control.
yeah, but I seen a lot of people in like the chat saying that you were blackmailing me. That's not what was happening. I was trying to be genuine, but I mean, Juniper immediately came in saying that I was faking it, and I was like laughing or something like that. But I did try going at it genuinely. You know that I did that also because I told you how I felt. But yeah.
We talked for and look, it will not surprise me if he flips tomorrow. It won't. But our
Oh, I
conversation
mean, there's no
last night,
there's
I
no
think you
channel
were
to go
pretty
on.
genuine.
I mean, there's no channel to go live on and flip. But
Well, you
yeah,
can go
I
up on
mean,
anybody's channel and flip.
well, I'm not gonna sit there and call somebody ever again live. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. So I mean, no, I'm okay.
Well, look, I wrestled with this because Juniper never came to me and never said anything to me about it. But like this whole time, other people are basically asking me to do something about it, or being like, Anthony's doxing kids. I mean, and it was so I was wrestling with this. I'm like, man, I've got I wrestled with it. I've been wrestling with it this whole time. I was like, man, I don't like. I've got this thing that could get him to shut the fuck up, but I don't want to. I didn't want to blackmail you, you know. And
Uh,
I'm I still I feel bad. And I'm not apologizing to you for it, but I feel bad because I know a lot of shit that people have told me themselves, and I pride myself on keeping it quiet. I mean, there are people that have really stabbed me in the back, and I still keep their secrets. So this is
yeah,
not something I feel good about, but at the same time, I didn't like seeing this kind of the shit that you were doing. I didn't like seeing that happen to people, so I just kind of had to make a choice. And
yeah.
the other, I know you already said some of the other stuff on your stream. I was listening to it earlier today.
Oh yeah. I mean, I openly said it because I mean, I really don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Everyone goes through stuff. And I ended up having a daughter with the same chick, so I mean, it is. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, it's whatever. I'm not like mad or anything.
Well, to be honest, I don't care if you're mad. Like, it's an issue with me because I just generally don't come off of people's shit even when they piss me off.
No,
So
that's good.
it wasn't a decision I made lightly, and it wasn't something that I just thought of on the spur of the moment. I've been thinking
What's
about it
up?
for a long time.
What's up, Ethan? I see you there in chat. I mean, I'm gonna say this here publicly. Can you please take down that docs account with those little kids on it, Ethan?
Yeah, doxing kids. I don't care who it is. Doxing kids is never cool.
His name is Taya Tola, and I know that's him because that's one of the pictures I sent him before. So yeah, I mean,
I
but I
mean,
gotta jump
this whole
down,
shit.
Bill.
All
Uh,
right,
my bad. I'm kind of like getting blown up on the phone, and yeah, they keep like blowing me up, but they called me over 30 times already.
all right. Well, it might be important. Either that, or they're just trying to silence you.
No, oh wait, no, not like anybody from the community. It's like IRL stuff.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, you better take care of that.
Yeah, but Thayatola, if you can please take down that account. I mean, just out of respect. I mean, yeah. Goodbye.
All right. Thanks for hopping up. I mean, I told Anthony last night because we haven't been talking much the last few months because I've been mad at him. Um, but we used to talk, and he used to ask my advice on things, and I kind of feel like I told him I kind of feel like his surrogate stepdad that walked out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back. Um, but I'll throw the link out here again. So I think Jakov said he had some good news. Hopefully, we could use some good news around here. Hey, I'm not asking anybody um, to accept him. It is what it is. I'm not saying, oh, let's all be kumbaya. You know what? That's not the point. Like my main goal is to get him and other people to stop doing dirtbag shit like calling a victim's abuser. Can't change can't change what anybody's done, but if I can stop one person from doing it in the future, then I will take the heat. I know some of you are mad at me. I get it. Um, and honestly, I don't blame you, but I also don't care. What's going on, Jackoff?
Hey Bill, how's it going, man?
Hit me with some good news.
Yeah, I just want to take credit for getting Cruise's live struck. So fuck him, fuck his
All
entire
right.
lineage.
All right. Why don't you say how you really feel? Stop holding back.
Oh no, if I can't do that, I'll probably get your channel struck for vile, vile. What's the word? Oh fuck me. Just for excessive profanity. So no, I'll just leave the rest of it to your imagination. But yeah, fuck him and his entire ancestry. I hope he gets throat cancer.
Well, Trump is doing his very best to get rid of his kind. So we'll see.
Good. Vote Trump 2028. Peace out, bitches.
All right. Thanks for coming up. So the link. I saw one other person. I don't remember who it was though. Oh well, I'll throw it out one more time. But no, I'm not. I'm not trying to get anybody to um, accept Anthony over here, and I've not forgotten what he's done. I'm just trying to stop it from happening again. Now, that won't stop somebody else from doing it, but they're using him. That short I made where I said he was a tool for the other side. That's very true. They sent him off, and I know who gave him that phone number, and it's that kind of person that wants other people to do the dirty work so they can keep their hands clean. But when the shit hits the fan, they will not be around to have his back. And I'm not saying that uh, he doesn't deserve it. But the way I see it, the more tools we can take away, the better. And if I have to be the bad guy, so be it. I've been the bad guy before. Double X, I could give a fuck less about E-Flins. I mean, I do care about the ones that I'm invested in. If you talk to people all the time and you don't find yourself caring about what happens to them, then you're probably a piece of shit sociopath. I see some of you guys. I don't. Okay, I've missed something because I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Tommy Boy, Vaporlock, Just Brainlet. Yes, I did see that part. I watched Jeff for about 15 or 20 minutes, and just the sheer level of stupidity, it fried my brain. I couldn't take very much. And then he went live again later, and it was about me. So I went into his chat. I think that I wasn't banned, so I think that was probably the first time I ever been in his chat. Yeah, he thinks I'm going to apologize. He's mad. On my other channel, I put somebody sent me a screenshot. I guess after one of Jeff's lives, YouTube sent them. Sometimes they send you, rate this chant, this video you just watched, or whatever. And they gave him 1 star. And the only question to ask is, do you regret watching this channel? The screenshot is up there. That's not something I made. That's not something I came up with. That's an actual screenshot that was sent to me. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll post it. um, and I said that means that YouTube's been nuking channels left and right across the board, like in all communities. So I said that this probably means you're on the chopping block, Jeff, which is true. And somehow it's my fault that YouTube's watching him. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can go look at it. It's on my other bullshit channel. You're welcome. Can I say your R? I'm not sure what that's about. I mean, look, Cruz is 100% responsible for everything he did. But at the same time, there are people putting him up to this shit. They're all responsible. This isn't. That's not. I'm not making excuses for the guy. I'm just saying they are all culpable. Did anyone from Cruz's family get called yet? Not that I know of. But the thing is now that he's, or at least for the time being anyway, he's not 100% their fall guy or their tool. If any of them has his real phone number, I imagine something will happen. I mean, it's pretty sad when you have to stay in a group because you're afraid of what they'll do if you leave. And I know there's people over there like that. I mean, look at all the non-unites that just disappeared. And I talked to some of them. Obviously, I'm not going to say who, but they feel like they can't come to this side because people hate them, and sometimes it's justified. Um, but some of them have done really nothing more than run their mouths and chat, so they feel like they got no place to go. And they're worried if they poke their head up here, both sides are going to come after them. So, what's going on, Damone? How many people leave from their side compared? Well, look, they used to have across the board. There used to be a lot more people. I know I've said this a million times. You're probably sick of hearing it, but it was not. It wasn't every stream, but it was not uncommon to have 200 plus live viewers on a live. It wasn't every stream, but it wasn't uncommon. But you just don't see that anymore. We used to have. I used to do the ladies' night thing, and most of the ladies that used to come up for that, we had a great time. But most of the ladies that used to come up are just gone. There's a couple that are still around, but I don't want them up here. But I couldn't even round up 3 solid females for a wet t-shirt contest. I got 2. um, and the squirrel. Damn it! I just lost my train of thought. Rip Chuckles. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't let Chuckles up here. Maybe once or twice, but I couldn't stand her, so I just that was a hard no for me. Yeah, they got a lot of sus people over there, or full-on pedos, out of their own mouths. I mean, we got rid of our Chomo. They need to get rid of theirs. That's why they can't cancel anybody. It's like, well, you got Chomos on your panel, so how are you talking about somebody else? You know, they didn't get rid of Ed, but they're doing their best to keep his memory alive. They didn't get rid of Ed, we did. If we still wanted Ed around, he'd be here. What's going on, Dead Twist? Yeah, Chomo's up a feather. That's right. Yeah, we don't talk about him over here unless they bring it up. Is that channel still up that like was replaying all of see whoever is replaying all of Ed's old shit is either Ed or is good with him because he would be striking those motherfuckers otherwise. I don't know if that channel's still up or not. I was never subbed to it. What's going on, Meth Gloves? Yeah, trying to get his case. There is actually a pretty sizable reward if anybody can come up with anything. If that reward is still open. Um, I don't know for sure that it's still open, but if anybody can figure out a way to get Ed tossed in prison, um, as long as it's legit and it works, then how much for cocaine? I can get an 8 ball, well, as much as you can trust a drug dealer. I can get a clean 8 ball where I know the coke is good for like 350. Although I don't, I try not to buy full 8 balls because it doesn't matter how much I buy. I'm not stopping until it's all gone. There is no such thing as leftover cocaine. Tell you what, the drugs game is a lot different now, man. Whatever drugs people are taking now, it's like they're losing limbs and shit, and they don't have the common courtesy to fall all the way down anymore either. At least with crackheads, man, you could get a riding lawnmower for $15 on the right day. You could crackheads will fix your car, you know. I mean, starters aren't hard to change, but they'll crawl under your car and change that fucker for $10. The drugs out there now, they can't, like, they just can't do anything. Jeff was doxing you again. Hey, he's a piece of shit. So is Jeff really on oxygen, or like is that just something people are joking about? He's kind of young to be carrying around an oxygen tank. Yeah, he definitely uses up too much everybody else's oxygen. He's on gas station oxygen, right? Oh God, these people, they don't know jack shit about just life in general. Like they don't know the difference between money laundering and tax evasion. And like how the fuck even if that was going on, how the fuck would they know? I kind of doubt I kind of doubt if they were up to something shady, which I doubt that they are. They just have to kind of go about it, you know, the long way. But I don't think Alex would trust Ryan to do something shady with him. You know what I mean? You can buy. Yeah, I know what kind of oxygen you're talking about. Look, I mean, they just fucking. There we go. Dead Twist knows what's going on. I actually could use some cocaine right about now. Oh, fuck. Somebody sent me something. Hold on. Hey, I don't know who the hell you are. Thank you very much. We might be working on that 8 ball after all. But I mean, those people, they just fucking lie, and try to make up their own facts. They got to live in a fantasy land because their reality sucks so bad. You know, their reality sucks so bad they have to invent one. You know, and I doubt any of them have ever like. I'm certainly not a tax master, but like I got tax checks maybe 3 times my whole life because I always had my own thing going on. Like I had a regular job, but I also had things that paid on 1099s, and I paid people on 1099 sometimes. And when you have your own business, you get killed even worse on taxes because when you have a regular 9 to 5 job, your employer pays for half of Social Security, and then you pay half. But when you're on your own, you pay the whole thing. And people have the wrong idea about what a tax write-off is. When you write something off, it's not like you get it for free. That just means that you don't pay tax. Like if you buy a piece of equipment, um, when you write it off, that doesn't mean like you get it for free. It just means that you don't pay taxes on your overhead. And I doubt like if you get paid from YouTube, that's all taxable. And you're supposed to pay taxes on your donations too. And I highly doubt any of them are actually doing that. You think Nani's paying taxes on her stuff? I doubt it. And yes, you have to pay taxes on your scams. You know, Al Capone didn't go to prison for all the murders that he had done. He went to prison for tax evasion. But I am gonna say I'm glad that Ryan is finally getting his head out of his ass. It sounds like it, Control. I mean, from the, and I guess I haven't seen a whole lot, but um, I just lost my train of. I'm still thinking about boobies from earlier. I lost my train of thought. But you see what happens when you get away from that stuff, you know. He's only coming clean because he's no longer with them. Yeah, that is probably true, Control, but it sounds like he's coming clean because he started to see things for what they were. But to me, I don't really care why he's getting his head out of his ass, as long as he gets his head out of his ass. There we go. Shouldn't be a problem. Sorry about that. Support Ryan about his story. You know what? I don't know the whole story on that, but anybody who's been SA, you know what? It's like I would never go against somebody over their over a real SA story. You know, like Shifty saying that his 12-year-old daughter SA'd him and he called the cops on her. I mean, if she's doing shit like that, yeah, get her some help. Get her whatever help she needs, but do you really call the cops? I mean, it just sounds like he got caught doing something. It was like, oh, yeah, we got to call the cop. You know what I mean? Like we hear Preds. How many times have we heard Preds say, "Oh, that 7-year-old was flirting with me"? No, motherfucker, that 7-year-old was not flirting with you. That's what your sick fucking mind thinks it is. They don't have that capacity. Oh, I didn't see American. I see people talking to American Smoker. I just didn't see him. What's going on, American Smoker? Ryan owes some apologies. I don't disagree with that, but I don't think there's any chance he'll ever. I don't think he will. Yeah, like you guys know how I feel about Kevin, but mocking somebody's SA story is bullshit. I don't care who it is. Will mocked Kevin's essay. He's vilified. Clown mocks Ryan's essay, and he's hailed a community hero by CPPWV, who are supposedly SA survivors themselves. Yeah. What's going on, Cat Eyes? I watched CPP West Virginia one time, and I was like, yeah, nope. I mean, anything with CPP in it is an automatic red flag. Oh, 1 second, guys. I gotta take a drink here. But when I was fucking with Jeff last night, he was like, I've got 500,000 views and your channel's not even monetized." Well, Jeff, I have, like, not that it matters, nobody cares, but I have over 1 million views. None of my subscribers were purchased. I have no bananas, unlike him. He's really got, in actuality, like between 700 and 900, if you take away the bananas and all the, like, people have to make 20 alt accounts because they keep getting banned. Just asking about how Scabby lied about Ryan owing Alex money. Yeah, I like, really. Alex is gonna go to her. I just, it's see, the thing, like, they think that everybody is as dumb as them, so they expect people to believe their bullshit. I mean, I will support any catcher until given a reason not to. What's going on, Spokes? And I didn't see the catch because I don't watch Tommy, but you guys probably saw it recently. There was a guy that got caught, and he has a YouTube channel. I guess he's an author, but I don't really know that much. And I've not seen the chat log, so I don't know. But on Preds, I'll give the same excuses, so it's hard to tell. I don't know if he is or isn't, but he was talking about how, like, he was, and you should never meet up with a kid, without their parents' knowledge, even if it's to give them a job. But there's just been a lot of shady shit with Tommy's chat logs. Ren and Stimpy. Hey, I like Ren and Stimpy. Oh, Stimpy, I love it. Yeah, guys, I am an official card carrying, by the way, lesbian. And an official lesbian, a pretty one, mind you, um, made me an official. I have a video up. It was my last short that I put up here. She made me an official card carrying lesbian. So shout out to Moments Live. I mean, I was knighted by a real lesbian, not a fake black person handing out fake black cards. It seems like there is there some. What else was I supposed to address? It seems like there was something else. Oh, I'm not an on the market lesbian unless it's a pretty bisexual female. Then I am. I'm gonna throw out the link one more time. It seems like there's something else I was supposed to address, but I fucking can't remember. I'll think of it right after I end it. What did Cat Eye say? I missed it. Fuck, I don't see it. Oh well, whatever it is that somebody wished you well on Cat Eyes, I also wish you well. Yeah, Moments Live is a sweetheart. Indiana Fur Traders. I've done business with the Indiana Fur Traders. I wasn't an official member. I don't trap or hunt as much as I used to either. Jeff ate jelly rolls acid. Oh man, that that that's not a good picture to paint in one's head. Yeah, and I'll tell you one more thing. It's a sad day. Like when I find myself agreeing with LARP and PatCon, like shit's fucked up. At least Jeff is sober. He didn't sound too sober last night when I was setting him off. But I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, that's another thing. And I did this too. Like when I realized I was getting hooked on my prescriptions years ago. Somebody would say something. I'm like, no, I'm sober. All I take is my prescriptions. Well, my prescriptions were OxyContin, Vicodin, whatever benzos they had me on. They'd bounce me around between Klonopin and uh, Xanax. Halcyon's a weird. Yeah, Halcyon. That was wild. But they would give me Halcyon to sleep at night, and then whatever benzo for during the day. Two different narcotic painkillers. Plus, uh, at the time, Lyrica was I think Schedule 3. Now it's only a Schedule 5. But Yeah, plus whatever else. But I'm just taking my prescriptions. Oh yes, they tried me on a variety of muscle relaxers like Soma, which didn't really help me, but selling butter from his teeth. Oh my god. Yikes. He actually sounds like he might have got that loose tooth pulled. Like he was really starting to sound like uh, Donald Duck and Sylvester the Cat for a while. He didn't sound quite that bad last night. Well, I mean, they call him the cum zombie for a reason. Something else I think is hilarious because I know Savvy's listening. I also happen to know we're being restreamed on a private live, but that's besides the point. Um, she went to all these people, mods of mine, mind you, most of them, and wanted them to use their wrenches to do this, that, and the other. And as far as I know, none of them did it. And she's also not been able to get her hands on because Brenda's Discord is still up. Oh, and by the way, the uh, the account that Brenda came in here to chat is not the same account she had, or I think it's still there, it's still up. But the one that she had content on, they're not the same. And I'll be damned if I share that link with anybody. But her Discord is still there because she's the owner, and only the owner can nuke it. But nobody's tried to make their way into there either. Private live with share. Man, isn't she like 90 now? Oh, did somebody ask for the link? I didn't see it. She still got it in all the right places. Well, she probably does. They can afford that the fancy skin cream. Oh, right on, Jacob. Thank you. If Cruz could turn back time. I actually like that song. I'm not a big fan of Cher's music, but I do, for some reason, like it just has that hook in it. If I could be so gay. Look, I told Cruz that the reason um oh, not Juniper. The other one. God, I'm having a brain Bart. That the reason they called his family, like they didn't just decide to do it. And I'm not saying it was right, but sometimes when you're getting fucked with, you do shit. So it wasn't like they just decided to do it. Gigi was doing some nasty, dirty things to them. And now he wants to act like he's the victim. Get fucked, Gigi. I got something in my. You know what? Never mind. NTF. There we go. Yeah. I might have. I might. I'm not sure. I think I said if. Um, but I might have inadvertently said that Junie had something to do with the calls, but I took that video down anyway. If I did say that wrong, Junie, I apologize. See, guys, there's nothing wrong with apologizing if you're in the wrong. That's a anytime somebody says I never apologize, that is a weak-minded piece of shit. If you won't apologize, I mean, you should never apologize if you're not in the wrong, and you should never apologize if you don't mean it. But if you can't ever admit that you were wrong, and you don't have the balls to apologize to somebody when you're wrong, then you're just a weak piece of shit. It takes a certain amount of fortitude to work up whatever it takes to apologize to somebody. And sometimes it takes just as much fortitude to accept an apology. I mean, there are people that. I mean, how many times you guys seen people come up and apologize, and most of the time I accept it and move on. Um, but there are certain motherfuckers I don't think I could. Gag yourself with a cigar. Just pretend like it's a big brown dick because that's what it is. And Jeff has been telling them for months that you had nothing to do with it, but that doesn't suit their narrative. You owned what you said and don't take it back. You know what? If the way they were fucking with you, there's probably not much that you said that was unjustified. Yeah, that's the thing. Gigi talked Cruz into. I mean, I'm not making excuses for Anthony. He's just as responsible for anything he did. Um, but Gigi wanted to pretend like he's not here when it's obvious that he is, and put other people up to doing his dirty work. Because when the consequences come down, he won't be anywhere around. Look, we can't change. Oh, he's definitely here. He's like I've got screenshots of him saying, "Once you go 288A, you never go back." I got screenshots of that. And yeah, Matt, once you start getting attention, and people start patting you on the back, it doesn't matter if it's something foul. I mean, we can't change what's already happened, but if we can stop something from happening in the future, then I'm down with it. Sometimes I gotta be the bad guy. I don't care. Transcam Sigil. Yeah, that's pretty close. What's going on, Matt? He's a Jew. Are we shocked that he goes after kids? Well, not really. Not really. Yeah, I mean, we've all known he was never going anywhere. People get hooked on this place, man. All of us. If we weren't all somehow hooked on this shit, we would be gone. Nobody with any common sense would be here, and I'm including myself in that. Yes, GG is Transcam Decker. Yes, Walter. Work? Who the hell has a job around here? Like, why? Why earn your own money when you can just sit back and grift all day? I am also hooked on boobs. I feel you. Where did that chick go that was flirting with me last time I was live? Squirrel. You're white male, you can't get food stamps. Well, I mean, well, Walter, hopefully. Now, look, I'm not under any illusions that he can flip and do a 180 tomorrow. It's not going to shock me. But I hope he thinks about it. I hope that our conversation last night had an impact, and I think it did, at least for now. Is Tommy winning the Grifties? The last time I checked, but I haven't looked in a while. The last time I looked was the last time I made a post about it. But yeah, oh yeah, Southwest Jeff is nominated. He's in the Grifties now, which doesn't surprise me. It's funny how like the top 3 or 4 people, like in the Grifties, like you can't just nominate somebody and throw it on there. They do actually look into it. And you would think that they're a part of this of this so-called community. As far as I know, they aren't. But yeah, somebody nominated Jeff, and they accepted his nomination. Is he still wrench? Oh, I'm sure he's still wrench begging, and I'm sure he's still gripping for a new computer. I don't know. Let's assume. When I say assume, I mean I'm gonna do it. Would you guys rather I ask for donos for cocaine or um, something like a high-powered toaster? Rolling Stone is crying for two again. He said without a new wheelchair, he would die soon. Really? Yeah, well, I'm not wishing death on the guy, but I also don't believe anything he says either. I also, there's one. I would love a brave little toaster. In fact, if somebody kidnaps this brave little toaster, I will pay you handsomely. Just don't forget the cord. What's going on, Crossroads? Oh, she's got it. Damn. Crossroads is on it. Tommy's in number one. PHI is number two. Nanya is number three. And Jeff is 24 now. Holy cow. Yeah, they're great representatives for the catching community, aren't they? That is true. We all are all gonna die someday. Yeah, I thought Rolling Stone. I think Rolling Stone does the wheelchair money thing like every couple of years because it seems like it's been around a lot. I don't know how much those things cost or how long they last, but yeah, you guys can go to the grifties.com and you can vote. It don't cost you anything. I think you get I think you get 10 votes. I mean, this the grifters over here are beating out like the Haktua girl and pretty much every politician you've ever heard of. So it's a real thing. And I think you can vote every other day or something like that. CPP is also number one. Yes, yeah, they do it by individuals and organizations. And Tommy is winning both categories. Wow. Ten votes. And are you sure? I thought you could only vote like every other day or something like that. I don't know. I might be wrong. It is sad. That's why I used to run off as many of the grifters as possible. But it gets old. 10 votes every hour. All right. I'll take your word for it. Alex is doing a pre-live for a Stinghouse catch. We're on locals. Predator Poachers live catch. If somebody has a link or I mean on locals, right on. I don't do locals, but of course anybody. I wouldn't expect anybody to stay here while there's a Predator Poachers catch going on. Have at it. You are dismissed. Alex doing it up TCAP style. Right on. See that's the thing, man. If Tommy just wasn't an asshole, he could be making legitimate money, like Alex does. Yeah, jack off. Go ahead. Drop a link one more time. If anybody wants to come up. If not, I'll probably end it pretty soon. I appreciate that, Jackal. It's a pre-live. Okay, not a catch yet. Oh man, I feel like crap all of a sudden. So it's a pre-live to the live before the catch. Got it. Yeah, yeah. Like it is a business, and he's got his shit together. I mean, when I first started watching Alex, there was like 20 people in his live chats, and it like honestly, it was a lot more fun then. Um, from a chat perspective, but and because I was already watching predator catching stuff. Um, like Zach in Michigan, whatever his channel name is, and a few Canada ones. CC Unit. Oh, who else? There was a bunch of them. And then one day Alex popped up, and I'm like, oh man, this dude catches predators and he roasts them. Yeah. But I like the way he's doing it now too. You know, getting people convicted all over the place. Well, Mary Poppins, I'm trying to stop him from doing it again. Nothing can change what's been done. I don't see anybody else being proactive on this shit. He's not, but he's not going to be alone. He's still got all those people over there propping him up to shit, patting him on the back, doing their dirty work, and they will be nowhere around when the hammer falls. Do you think that I haven't thought of that, Mary Poppins? Or maybe you haven't been listening the whole time. And if he does, he does. Until you have a better idea, then if you have a better idea, you can employ it at any time. God knows I waited long enough. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, Mary. That's where you're wrong. I don't want to go there. I really don't. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I have anything on him. If we can get him to stop fucking with people like he does, it's worth it. I'm trying to get him to be his own, to be on his own. Trying to get him to realize that you don't need sides. If anybody has any better ideas, I'm all ears. $4 a month's not bad. Especially, I mean, Alex does a lot of catches, so I mean, Even if you're in at 10 or I don't know what the max is, but he does a lot of catches, so that's actually pretty damn cheap. Yes, Crystal, you're exactly right. And I'm trying to help him with that. All right, y'all. This is the absolute last call for the link. Damn it, what the hell's going on? Paste. Fuck me. I gotta make a whole new link. Hold on. Or not. StreamYard. Send it. Send it. There we go. Okay, Jacob's got it too. So yeah, control. And from what I understand, Alex pays his crew pretty good, so it doesn't all go in his pocket. Yeah, I gotta say, Alex's Jews Jitsu game is on point. Crazy that Damone is more mature than Cruz and Jeff. Debatable. Look, Jeff is completely brain dead. There is no hope for him. Anthony is young and still trying to figure shit out, so there is a glimmer of hope there. If he can just stop letting dirtbags influence him, he might be okay. I don't know. I'm trying. Oh, is this? Close your eyes, ladies. I'm not sure if this is the real deal, or maybe the real deal's gonna helicopter us. I don't know.
Wouldn't you be so lucky, Bill?
That Z kind of threw me off for a second. But go
That
ahead,
is
whip it out.
my new online nickname, and it was what I was called as a kid. So I'm going back to my roots.
I like it.
As Z. You know, a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, Bill, and
Oh yeah.
having a good holiday spirit.
Yep. I got to annoy my entire family in the room at the same time, so it was good.
Well, as long as you brought them, did you come bearing gifts for your family, or did
Oh
you just
hell
make them
no.
suffer through it?
No, they gotta suffer. Yeah, I
Okay.
like it. For some reason, YouTube keeps recommending me this ASMR shit where it's just people like tapping their fingernails and whispering into the mic, and it's annoying as fuck. But they make crazy donations doing it, and I'm like, man, I have annoyed people just like this for free my whole life, and it's like it's just annoying shit. But I don't know.
Well, how I'm only coming up because you finally went live during your usual uh, early evening streams that you used to do. So I'm happy for that. I don't catch your 5 a.m. hour streams when the sun
Well,
is
not
rising.
many people do. Not many people do.
Uh, well, I just wanted to say that over the last couple weeks, Ryan's come out with this information that had been withheld for a long time. And, I had sort of gone at him about why he had kept it silent for so long and then felt compelled to now release this. But the truth is that what about all the other people that were a part of concealing this? And then
Yeah.
you expand upon that and you see individual people concealing their own problems, Clown and his charges. You've got group therapy sessions of concealing this stuff, like PHI telling everyone what her son was going through and his charges. And I've got to give them credit that it's been kept secret for a long time for a lot of these people on the things that they've faced. And again, the desire to fall back on the Edward saga is really a recognition that people have their own demons and secrets that they're concealing, and it makes them feel good to conceal them by pointing the finger at other things. Now, we're talking about actual charges. We're talking about real victims
Yeah.
in persona. And CSAM is a digital crime, still nonetheless a crime, and there are victims on the other side of that. But again, what we went through as a former friend of someone, was not someone telling us, Bill, that they had committed the crime or they faced the charges. It was someone who had lied repeatedly to us. And so what we have seen with these people is way more egregious actions and knowledge of predatory and pedophilic behavior and the active concealment thereof. This was not a situation where Ed told us that he committed crimes against children or that a child jumped on him and jerked him off, and please keep it quiet if I give you a $500 donation every month to pay my electric bill. So what these people have done is so far and above what we were doing when we had a good faith in someone that we believed to be a friend and someone who was supposed to be honest with us, who completely lied. We did not go into it believing that Ed was a criminal. They went into it with the knowledge that crimes were committed and there were charges people were facing, and they then concealed it. So again, going back to the year's review of this community and the sagas that this place has seen, what Nunya and her mafia-like group have done is set up situations in which if you're her friend or you donate to her or you're part of her clique, she will conceal things for you. She will hide your secrets. And believe me, she'll use them. Clown at one point admitted to recording Shifty and the conversation that Clown allegedly had with him where Shifty confessed everything. Why was he recording that conversation? What was the point of it? Was it with Shifty's permission? And why would someone agree to have their conversation recorded where they're admitting that their child allegedly abused them, and only so that Nunya could have it as leverage if he tried to backtrack on what he had admitted to? Super weird. Like, these people are agreeing to being, they're not only being compromised, but people in Nunya's circle are so blown out of their minds with manipulations that they are delivering to her extortion and compromise and negative material on themselves so that they can have her continue to hide it and keep it a secret if they continue playing ball and paying for her electric bill 10 times over. And as long as she helps them get out of their tax bill and everything. So it's just really surprising that, not surprising, I should say, it's really enlightening. I've been
Hmm.
enlightened. It's enlightening these last couple weeks, putting together these last couple months, putting together these last couple years, in which um, the difference between the Edvidians was we didn't have knowledge that Ed committed the crime, and he was never charged with it. They had knowledge that someone either committed the crime or was charged with the crime, and then they chose to conceal it.
I did not know about that. I didn't know that Clown had recorded Shifty. This is the first I've heard about that. That is shady as fuck, though. Like,
And
how do these people? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, he did.
That's interesting. See, I mean, if you've noticed, there are people that used to be in Nanya's chat, and a lot of them that are just gone now. Like they're not there. They don't come over here, at least not on their regular accounts. Um, and it's because they're afraid of two things. They're afraid of what will happen because Nanya does what she can to get everybody's docs information. They're afraid that if they come out and say anything, or they're even seen in a different chat, that they're going to get doxxed. And some of them are also afraid that if they pop up over here, people from the other side are going to come at them because they used to be in, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are just gone because of this shit.
Absolutely. And, the latest of basically rolling out Ryan's um, uh, situation of being abused and just using that as a little dangling thing and then relentlessly mocking him, which
Yeah,
is
that's
uh, really and I don't really know what the specifics of Ryan's story are. It did get a little confusing. I thought that at one point he was a young child and then it was an adult, which changes it somewhat, a child being abused versus an adult, but it doesn't change the fact that unwanted sexual contact is never is always a horrible thing, whether you're a child or an adult. But the way that they just unveiled it and the mockery that commenced is exactly why, and particularly men face it more than women. I've seen a number of police reports and allegations in which a confident woman comes forward as a victim, in which a man has exposed himself, his genitals or whatever. And the woman doesn't really have that much shame in, sometimes saying, hey, this guy's a creep and he's a pervert and he did this and exposed his sexual organs. It's illegal and it's disgusting and perverted. I haven't seen any situations where men will come and say, yeah, that woman flashed her titties at me and it was unwanted or it was perverted, even though I may have, regardless of whether you wanted it or not, flashing something in public is illegal. But men don't report that because of the stigma that's associated with being mocked versus a woman who is never mocked for reporting a creepy pervert who's exposing himself somewhere. So that same applies with what Ryan is dealing with and the mockery that's commencing, that unwanted sexual contact or advances is always wrong. And
yeah.
I couldn't think of a worse person to go out and represent you when you're accused of something than Clown. But having Clown then represent you as far as battling back these allegations and at the same time mocking a man for being sexually abused, we can say everything we want about Clown, but it is effective. It is effective what Clown is doing, which is mocking a man for being sexually abused as a man by another
He
man.
gets off on it. He gets off on this shit. He gets off on people being abused.
Well, not only that, but he's making a calculation that, it's hard for people to accept that boys and men can be sexually abused. And that's what he's
Yeah.
taking advantage of, whether it's working or not. And of course he's a pervert. And again, but he's doing it to a adoring crowd that is eating this up. And this is their one-time friend. Another thing that I noticed is that what I pointed out to Ryan, tried to repeatedly, was the fact that he claimed that he heard this allegation, or that he heard this statement that Shifty said in a call with many, many people. Now, again, these are the same people that went to the airwaves day after day analyzing Ed and picking apart that story, as well as destroying people anywhere near Ed that were not of knowledge that something happened, that had a good faith belief that Ed didn't do it or commit any crimes. But these people are all of a sudden silent on this. PHI, Cat Greed, all the Nunya crew circle. Redbeard was supposedly in there too and was forced by hook or by crook to confirm Ryan's story. All these people keeping their own secrets or keeping other people's secrets and compromising material that would destroy them in this community. And yet, night after night, for more than a year, these hypocrites and these people with double standards and their own self-righteous fakeness and fakery and fuckery, whatever. And yet they're hiding all of this stuff now. And where are they? Come on, PHI. Tell us about Shifty and what's going on. Come on, Cat Greed. Give us some
Bog.
more greed. Greed. We don't want to see your titties anymore. Greed. We want to hear what you have to say about sexual abuse of a kid by a dad. And what you knew and why you kicked Shifty out just because you didn't like him. Had nothing to do that he was a scumbag. Let's go, Greed. Why you cut your tongue, Greed? So it's just amazing that these tough people are so silent now, letting me and others, suck up all the oxygen in the airwaves. And hey, I will certainly step down as they step in to give their perspective. But why the silence and the cowardice of this place? When they had such big mouths for so long about one guy and they ignored so much about many others.
Yeah, they don't have the balls to come up here. They never have. Well, I guess a couple times they did, but they always rage quit. Yeah, see, everybody knows my feelings on Ryan. I was saying earlier that it sounds like he's finally getting his head out of his ass. But he probably told his SA story to somebody in confidence, I'm sure. He probably just needed to get it out or whatever. I don't know, but like as much as I haven't been able to stand Ryan, like I would never throw his SA story up in his face. And like I've considered him almost an enemy for a long time, It yeah.
Well, it's all about, the Clown has taken the Ed tactic and the playbook. PHI has taken the same. Nunny has taken the same. If Clown promised when his stuff came out a year and a half ago that he was done, he was leaving, to protect himself and to quiet the masses and the pitchforks. And then he came crawling back, and now he's back everywhere. But his own anger only revolves around whether you say nasty things about him. It's very emotional. It's very feminine, in that regard. Not saying that most of the heterosexual men here are feminine, and a lot of the women are way tougher than a lot of the feminized men. But it's very emotional. A Clown is. He will only go at you and mock you and everything if you're playing ball if you aren't playing ball with him, right? So a guy that said he was leaving a year and a half ago because his 288 charge got revealed is now still in this place really for only at like a whack-a-mole of trying to go at people that have called him out and called his bullshit out. That's it. That's what he's here. And Nunya the same way. And PHI the same way. And so the emotional baggage that these people carry and the desire to remain here in order to justify their existence here is astounding. And again, I distinctly remember Clown saying after he went and said that he raped a little girl in a McDonald's bathroom when he decided to
Yeah.
go up on Ed's and when I at the time offered to give him a fair platform, which he now mocks me, by the way. They all mock me now because a long time ago when this first came out, I oh my God, I'm so sorry, Clown. I'm so sorry, Nunya. I offered you a fair platform that maybe I would have pressed you on things, but I probably wouldn't have cornered you into the position of admitting to going and raping a little girl in a McDonald's bathroom. I would have been probably fair enough to that. But you got so emotional and angry and upset, Clown, and you went and said some pretty horrific things because you maybe were treated in a way that you didn't think was fair and you were being pressed. Well, I'm so sorry, Clown, that I offered you a fair platform to discuss whatever it was, whatever story you have about what happened. So, these people are fucking weird and just complete biased, emotionally damaged people. And, I do thank Ryan for sharing his story. I do think the story is still somewhat confusing. I have a lot of questions, but that's not for me to ask. I'm not going to ask him questions. I'm glad
Yeah.
that Missy was able to ask some questions and he was available to answer, and that's great. But I don't think it's appropriate to ask. If someone has a story to tell, they'll tell it in the way that they want to tell it. And I've never believed in inquiring about what happened to someone. I'm still confused by it. But he has a story of being abused, and I think that giving him the space to tell it or not tell it or revise it or not revise it is his and his alone. But the fact that they would mock him for it and use it against him is classic playbook Nunya. And she wants as much information from those around her as possible. She doesn't care about her people that don't like her. They aren't donating. They call her out for her bullshit. She doesn't care about. She wants the people that are donating money to her. James, her partner, and Shifty, and people that are donating money to. That's the most valuable for her. She must have been absolutely ecstatic to hear that Shifty had this in his background and he self-confessed this and the Clown recorded it all. And, she's over the moon because that is compromising material that she could then use implicitly and under the table of, if Shifty kept throwing in a couple $100 a month, a couple $1,000 a month, that keeps the funnel moving for her because now she's got something on someone. That's her game. That's what she does. That's her playbook. So the idiots over there and honestly, the idiots like myself that Ed had my information. Complete idiot for me to do that. I gave someone that had significant skeletons in his closet my information. And so my ability to call him out, my ability to challenge him was effectively reduced because of giving someone who was highly compromised my information that he could use and weaponize against me. It's exactly what Nunya's doing across the board, So that's all I wanted to say. And I think that all these people, I gave Ryan a hard time for waiting a year. All these people still haven't said anything. They still haven't said anything. Ryan has clearly said multiple times now over weeks that PHI was planning to expose Nunya and that Nunya stole a bunch of her donors and stole money from her own donors that were supporting her as a catcher. That PHI was going to call that out. And then that PHI was going to call out Shifty because PHI had direct evidence that Shifty said, probably in his call with Clown that was recorded. They all passed that around and she probably heard that. and because that's what they do here. They sit on private calls to listen to they're compromising information on their people around them, so that they can then leverage that. So she had all this information. We're still waiting for these people to say something. No one stopped them from confirming any of the details. The only thing they've done is really confirm mostly what Ryan was said, and then added more details to it that further implicated them. But all these people that either catch predators or are part of predator catching, and they just cannot make that leap. Cat Greed, Cat Greed's got a huge mouth with some saggy boobies, and yet she can't get out there and speak. She don't have to come up on your panel, Bill. She's got her own channel. Where's her
Right.
response to all the things that PHI said about her? Where's her response to knowing about Shifty and hiding it? Come on, Greed! Now's not the time to be silent. Now's the time to have some balls. We know you have some balls, Greed. We definitely know that. Whether they're
Well,
and
that tells me one
literally.
thing. That tells me one thing. They've got shit on her too.
Probably. I mean, anyone that goes around and just was nasty like Greed and behaved like Greed in public that we all could see with a big mouth that she's got, definitely they have shit on her. And that's why she's silent. And that's why PHI is sort of walking on eggshells, because she don't want to rock the boat with Nunya, because they're just all making this calculation right now. And they've all decided that silence is the best medicine. Let Nunya go out and do Nunya's thing. Clown is already compromised and exposed and can't go anywhere but Nunya's. And so, let those two have their workings, because they're already out enough, and then everybody else keeps their mouth shut and stays cowardly and quiet, because they're already they're compromised themselves, plus they're cowardly in addition to that. So that's all I wanted to say. It basically nicely puts in a bow and a present for this year. This whole place, these last couple weeks added up from these last couple months, that added up to these last couple years, and finally we get to see the entire picture that's at play. And there's a lot of money that moves around, and I'm happy for the catchers and everything, but even like Ryan picking up a check in the thousands of dollars a month, that's a lot of people's disability check, that's a lot of people's stuff, and Ryan does nothing but have somebody else post videos on his channel. There's a lot of money that moves around this place and donations and everything. Very, very untraceable. And that's why when I gave out money, I disclosed most all of it. And I got bitched at for that. But, I think it would be good to hear from some of these people that had the biggest mouths back in the day. But they've decided to remain silent, which is their right. You never want to judge someone by their silence. But
Well, of course
you know.
you can. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words, as they say.
Well, certainly when someone changes their characteristics so drastically,
Yeah.
that it was so easy to attack people that knew of or were friends of Ed, when we didn't have information from Edward saying, and again, I'm just going back to what they heard on a call with Ryan, if what they heard from Shifty and they hid, and what they heard from PHI when she was concealing and keeping secret her son stuff. If I can just imagine this is the egregious level of this is. If Ed had gathered a call of 10 to 15 of us, Angela G, me, you, Bill, me and you and Nick Cook and FCC and all of the Christy, all the Edvidians, and said on this private stream, hey, I want to let you guys know I did raid for CSAM. There was stuff found on my phone. I do that. It wasn't mine, but it was there, and I just want to let you all know that, but I'm not guilty, but I'm just letting you know that was found and everything, and that we came away from that keeping it a secret. None of us had that information delivered to us.
No.
Edward lied to us in private as much as he did in public. And
Yeah.
so again, the level of severity that these people concealed all this stuff and kept it secret um, and that is the point. People want to say me, 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 me. It's not me, 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 me. It's all of us. All of us went through some really nasty bullshit, doxing, a level of doxing and harassment that most internet communities don't usually see. And we got it because of our association with Ed. And so, like, everybody wants to, all these people were in a call at some point having a father saying that his daughter allegedly abused him and they kept it a secret. And now we don't even get to ask who was specifically there and what their opinion was of what happened and why they hid it. And we don't get to ask the prima for even like the person, like, where is Shifty? He ain't gonna come up and answer questions. I
No.
was answering questions about somebody else that I had no information of. And as much as people, Ed came and answered questions occasionally. He even answered Mitch's questions. He answered Ryan's questions. He answered Alex's questions. Whether he lied or whatever is one thing. But shit, we can't even get a fucking person here and come up and lie. I mean, Shifty, come up and lie to us. PHI lie. Gabby lie. At least answer questions. Mitch, come up and justify all this. Where are all these people? I mean, at this point, I don't even care if they come and lie to me. Just come up and say something. But they won't, because that is their game. When they're pressed, when they're under the microscope, when they're dirty as fuck, when they've done egregious behavior way more than anything we ever did or were affiliated with, they get real quiet. So anyway, Bill, I like to repeat myself. So
Well, you sometimes you have to because like everybody around here has a very short attention span.
well, and I'm probably the worst one. So anyway, I know you're about to jump down, so I just wanted to say that, and I do hope you go live a few more times at this hour, so we can
Now, we'll
more people
see.
can hear you live.
We'll see. I don't know. I just have a hard time talking myself into going live anymore. You know, I
I
used to find
understand.
excuses to go live, and now when somebody asks if I'm going live, I find excuses not to. You know, but I still want to do what we talked about,
Oh
and
yeah,
not the gay stuff, the fugitive stuff.
absolutely. Yeah, that was a good story. That one that we was caught, but well, yeah, we'll plan around it. I always enjoy that sort of things that you can tell us about and specialize in that doesn't really have to do with a dead community, but and
Yeah.
a big fat hypocritical community where, damn it, we don't get to hear from Cat Greed anymore. What a disappointment. But anyway,
Yeah.
but we still can all see her boobies somewhere out there.
You know, it's well known how much I like boobies, but in all honesty, there are some that I would just as soon not see. And I'm glad that I missed it when she did that.
Well, it's either that or Damone's penis. You have your pick.
Oh my God, it's an impossible situation.
Bill, have a great night. Thanks for going live. Good to hear your
All right,
voice.
thank you. Thanks for
Bye bye.
coming up. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna about do it. I don't know if anybody else is going live tonight. Oh no, Constantine. I'm actually pretty picky which titties I suck on. I mean, I'm usually polite about it, but I do actually have some standards. Unless whiskey's involved, then all bets are off. All right, y'all. What's going on, Amy Lane? I saw you in here, but I didn't want to cut Sam off. Saw a few people that I would have said hello to, but I didn't want to interrupt. I wasn't ignoring y'all. You're going to male, male, female tonight. Well, have fun with that. Oh, Memphis Mayfire. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's close to the same thing. Nanya the skunk. Yeah, if you guys want to assault the like button, that'd be cool. But if not, I get it. I'm usually it's weird because we hear about it every freaking stream, but I forget. I do unless somebody reminds me, I will forget to hit that like for I don't know. It means more to other people than it does to me. So if you can only hit so many like buttons, save it for somebody else. All right, y'all. Stay weird.